Hi everyone. So it's time for your mindful movement break. And today I thought we would focus on a little bit less of the body and more of the mind and emotions. And the reason for that is because I noticed that we're all sort of ebbing and flowing with our ability to handle this shelter-in-place situation. And I'm the same way. A couple of days I feel great, and then I'll have a day where I just don't really want to get out of bed. And this is a practice for one of those days. So maybe today is a great day for you. And so then you will save this video, just tuck it away in your mind for one of those days where it is difficult to feel motivated, feel positive, feel calm in the face of everything that we are looking at. But maybe today is a challenging day. And if that's the case, then you can practice along with me, and you can all practice along with me. This is very simple work, powerful but simple. Okay? So we're going to begin. We don't need a whole lot of props. Maybe a chair and a space that you can stand up in. That's really it, right? Because we're using the body as a doorway to the mind, to find what we call equanimity. Equanimity, this idea that we meet everything with an equal amount of curiosity and attention. It's as if everything we're experiencing is like one of our children coming up to us and vying for attention, and you want to give equal attention to all the kids. Nobody's a favorite. So let's begin by coming to standing. And I'm going to shift back so that you can see my full body. And take a moment to sway a little bit left to right to find the placement of your feet that feels firm and equal. You can put equal weight on both feet. And then shift a little bit back and forth and find the equal weight between the front and the back of your foot. And then let your arms drop down by your sides. And let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Lengthen up through the back of your neck. And breathe. Observe your left side and your right side. And shift whatever needs to shift so that you feel that you are standing equally on both feet. Lengthening equally on both sides. And then shift your attention to the back side of the body where the heels are, your hips, your shoulder blades, back of your head. Is it possible to equally lengthen from the heels to the back of your head? And then attention on the front of the body. Is it possible to equally lengthen from the knees up to the collarbones? Notice the muscles you recruit to shift and adapt and explore in order to find that equal stance, samastitihi, equal standing. Okay, now find a seat and sit with your feet underneath your knees, knees about the same height as your hips. And see if you can recreate that equal standing position here. So weight is equal between right and left sides of your feet. Weight is equal between right and left hips. And that might mean that you need to make a little bit of shifting around. Weight is equal between your right and left shoulders. And then are you able to lengthen the back of the body? Now from your sits bones, from the base of the pelvis up to the back of your skull. And then balance that out with the front of the body, lengthening from the pubic bone up to the center of the chest, the sternum. So see how that feels. Observe the muscles that are in play here. Notice the sensations. Now, bring your hands to the forehead and gently fold your chin inward, letting your elbows rest, or your tricep area rest against your chest. So just take a few moments here with your body folded. Clearly, we do not have equal stretch in this position, but can you find some level of equal body position between your right and your left sides? Start with the feet and then move up to the hips, the sits bones. And with this forward position, maybe you start to feel a little bit of the sacrum and the stretch across the sacrum. Maybe you find you need to make some adjustments there. Okay, and then bring the head back up and bring your hands back behind your back. So you're going to be clasping your opposite forearms behind your back. Maybe your opposite wrists, whatever you can clasp. And then feel how there's an unequal stretch now across the front of the body, and that the back of the body wants to compress. Right where your forearms are, can you feel that sense of arching? But again, within this odd shape, this odd position, can you find a sense of equanimity, of equal body position? Start with the feet, right and left foot, the weight equal. Move to the hips. Now move to the back of the waistband, right where your forearms are resting. Do you feel a sense of equality between the right side and the left side? You might need to shift things a bit. And then notice the right shoulder and the left shoulder. There could be a difference in the sensation there. Or even up to the sides of your neck. Okay, then release that. And just begin to gently twist to one side. And pause. So you don't have to go very far. Hold it there. What part of this body position is available to recreate samastitihi? So notice the feet, the knees. Are they in that equal position? Notice the weight in your hips. Can you shift around a little bit so the weight is equal? Notice the stretch between the sacrum and the back of your skull. That lengthening, still there. And then observe how the shoulders are behaving. Is one higher than the other? Can you let both arms be heavy? And then slowly come back to center. And as you're ready, go to the other side. So find the slight twist first. And then build it from the bottom. Build equanimity from the bottom. The feet, the knees, the hips. From the sacrum to the back of your skull. In the shoulders. And you might find some other places that I haven't called out. Go ahead and come back to center. And then cross the arms over your chest. And just take one ear towards the same side shoulder. And if that feels okay, maybe lean a little bit more. And recreate that equal standing once again from the feet. You might need to even push the feet into the floor a little bit here. Notice if the knees have shifted. Notice the weight in the hips. Can you drop both hips equally into the seat you're sitting on? And then slowly come back up. And then over to the second side. So start with just the ear dropping. Feel the stretch in the neck. And if that feels okay, then start to drop the shoulders. Feel how that shifts all the weight to the downside. And bring some attention to the feet, to the legs, so that you can equal out the pressure between right and left sides. Right and left sides of your legs, your hips. Breathe. And then come back to center. Good. And then release the arms. And place the hands. Just turn the palms away from you for a moment and reach the arms overhead. So now from the bottoms of your feet, push. From the hips, push. And then press your hands up, wherever up is. I know my hands are off the screen, so you just imagine where yours are. And then release. And rest the arms someplace comfortably. Now we'll move into our breathing pattern here. And the breath also has an element of equanimity that we can explore. So just begin by inhaling and exhaling through your nose if that's possible. And then begin to notice the length of the inhale compared to the length of the exhale. Is it possible for the inhale and exhale to be the same length? And as we either lengthen or shorten the breath to make the equal inhale and exhale, can you keep your approach very gentle? Spare a few moments to observe your posture. Left and right, front and back, equal standing, equal sitting, equal breathing. Now close your eyes, allowing the breath to return to an organic inhale and exhale. And direct your attention now to your thoughts. See the thoughts as a stream of consciousness, almost a parade. Observe each thought just as it is. Watch it go by. Resist the temptation to follow a thought. And instead, remain right here, equal standing, on your feet, on your hips, observing this thought with the same mindset. Observing this thought with the same mindset. Resisting both the temptation to follow a thought and the temptation to label a thought as good or bad or any other label. Observe this thought as it passes with the same curious mindset. And We know that thoughts are tied to emotions and emotions are tied to thoughts. So your parade may be 2 by 2, thought and emotion. Observe the thought, feel the emotion, and watch as they both march by, unlabeled, unfollowed. Remain with your feet firmly on the ground, hips equally supported, front and back of the body tall. Each thought and emotion arises and passes. Observe the thought, feel the emotion, and return to the sideline, standing on your feet, equal weight on your hips, tall through front and back and left and right. Now bringing your focus once again back to your body. Notice the sensations in your body. The feel of the floor beneath you, the texture of your clothing, sounds in the room or outside the room, the light and shadows on the other side of your closed eyelids. Swallow. Notice taste and smell. And when you're ready, begin to open your eyes. I hope that brought you a bit of equanimity, or at least a path towards it, to meet all the sensations, all the experiences with the same mindset of curiosity and with the same awareness of standing on your feet and being equally engaged in all parts of your body. Thank you.